Hello everyone and welcome back to Brickcraft, and on today's channel I'm going to be doing something new and I'm going to be calling it Is It Really That Easy? And today I'm doing this otter. I noticed on Pinterest when you look up different clay creations, things like that, to get ideas, I found these Japanese instructions on how to make different polymer clay animals and things by using these simple step pictures, and I wanted to show you guys if it's really that easy or not, and you guys get to pretty much vote and see what you think, if I should do more of these or not. So here are just some of the materials I'm using: the light blue clay, light pink, white, and black clay. I'll be using my dotting tools as well to help me, possibly an eye pin instead of making the little photo holder, a toothpick of course to help with designs as well. So the first thing it says to do is just roll a ball and flatten the one side for the head. So I go ahead and I do that. For the next part, I just roll two larger or small balls of white clay and a smaller ball of black clay. Here is the tip of one of my dotting tools so you can compare the size. And I add them to the circle ball that was said to do in the first step. And I add the nose to the top part. The next step says to add the eyes and the whiskers, and I was actually going to add the whiskers at the end with paint because it looked like paint, but I totally forgot in the end. So that is a design flaw on my part. It still looks cute though. And the next part is to add the body and the tail. Pretty simple. So I just kind of roll my clay into a ball, then I kind of roll it into a cylinder shape, maybe a teardrop-ish shape, kind of like I'm doing a chibi, so that it's kind of like a triangular-ish, and I press it down so the back part is kind of flat, and add it to the head, of course. Then I added the tail by doing the same thing but in smaller form, and I think it's still a little kind of big, but it still looks cute. The next thing I did was roll these two balls of pink clay to make the shells like it shows in the diagram. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my eye pin as a line tool to create the shell little, I don't know, form as best I can. And I even go around the top because you can see that on the charm. I just don't do the back because it's up against the otter's stomach. So here's what that looks like. And then I also add the back part on, because there's two parts of the shell. There's that front thing and then the back thing. Like I said, instead of making this a photo holder, I decided to make it a charm, so I'm going to add my eye pin right now so that I don't knock off any of the limbs when I put those on. And the next part is to do the limbs, of course. So to make the limbs, I just rolled a ball of clay and then kind of made it into a teardrop shape. And once I had that teardrop shape, just like you kind of do to make chibi arms, I take my eye pin and use an eye pin to add the details in the hands. And here's what they look like once they're finished. And then I go ahead and I can place them onto my otter, so it doesn't look like just a head and a body with a seashell holding it down. And I bake it in the oven at 275 for 15 minutes. Once it comes out and it cools down, I'm going to go ahead and add 2 layers of my triple thick on it, because it helps to hold in the pieces and make it last longer, and it just looks nice shiny. Now mine looks a little bit different than the picture because I did use like the glittery colored blue, which I didn't realize until after it baked, but I kind of like it because it gives the otter an effect of having fur or wet fur, which is totally awesome in my opinion because it's holding a shell, so obviously it's in the water or out of the water, just got out. And if you guys want to see my last video, go ahead and click the link down there and check me out on Facebook.